What is Omaha poker? What is the difference between Omaha and Texas Hold'em? In this video, I'll tell you those two things, plus I'll tell you about Pot Limit Omaha, Omaha 8 or better, and Big O. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your poker dealer James here. Welcome to my channel, the channel all about giving you the information you need to know to play or deal poker in a casino. So what is Omaha poker? Well, Omaha poker is just like Texas Hold'em. There's a small blind, there's a big blind. There's a flop, there's a turn, there's a river. The only difference between Omaha poker and Texas Hold'em is that in Omaha, you get 4 cards. Now, before you get all excited about getting dealt pocket quads, there's a caveat. And the caveat is that you have to use 2 of those cards. They can be these 2, or 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 these 2. It's a lot of combos. It gets crazy. And it gets confusing. Let's look at an example of where the best 2 cards in your hand changes on every street. You're dealt Ace of Spades, Ace of Clubs, Jack of Spades, and 10 of Diamonds. Obviously, your pair of aces are your best 2 cards right now, but you also have a suited ace giving you a nut flush draw, and you have 2 other Broadway cards in the Jack and the 10 to give you a nut straight draw. The flop comes King of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds, 10 of Spades. You hit 2 pair, so now your best 2 cards are these. On the turn, the Queen makes your straight, so now you're playing the King, Queen, and Jack off the board with the 10 in your hand and either one of your aces. Note, you can also make the same ace high straight using the Jack in your hand with either one of your aces. On the river, your backdoor flush comes in, so now your best 2 cards are these. So that's the must-use 2 rule. That rule is in every Omaha game there is. There are other rules, though, that determine how particular Omaha games are formatted. That's how we get Pot Limit Omaha, Omaha 8 or better, and Big O. Those 3 factors are the number of cards you get, what constitutes a winning hand, and the betting structure. Traditionally, Omaha has been played with each player receiving 4 down cards, but there are some places that play 5-card PLO. What is a winning hand? Omaha can be played high only, meaning the best high hand wins the pot, or it can be played high-low, meaning the best high hand wins half the pot and the best low hand wins the other half. The betting structure. Omaha is played either with a pot limit structure, meaning the maximum amount you can bet is the size of the pot, or with a limit structure, meaning you can only bet in preset increments. Okay, so the best way to show this is with an example. So here's a pot. It's the river in a pot limit game with 3 players. The first player wants to bet the max, they say pot. The next player wants to bet the max, they say repot. The third player wants to bet the max, they say repot. Pots get big quickly. Now, let's see a limit example. In a limit game, players can only bet in increments. So in a 5-10 limit game, players bet in increments of 5 pre-flop and flop, and 10 on the turn in the river. So in this example, the first player bets the max they can, which is 10. The next player raises, so they make it 20. The third player wants to re-raise, they make it 30. So pots can still get big, but it's going to take a lot of work. So now that we know a little bit about the 3 parts of Omaha, let's see what kind of games we can play. The most popular by far is Pot Limit Omaha, PLO. Traditionally, PLO has been played 4 cards, but there is some 5-card PLO in places like Maryland. It's high only, which is not to say that it can't be played high-low, but it's just not as popular, and it would be called something else. And of course we know the betting structure is in the pot limit style. The most popular high-low version of Omaha is Omaha 8 or better. 4 cards, high-low, limit betting structure. To play or deal this game, you must know not only how to read a high hand, but you have to know how to read the low as well. 8 or better refers to the fact that all 5 of a player's cards, 2 in their hand and 3 from the board, must be 8 or lower to qualify for a low hand. If no player has such a hand, the high hand wins the whole pot. For instance, if the 3 of diamonds on the river was instead the queen of diamonds, a low hand would not be possible. With lots of split pots and a limited betting structure, Omaha 8 or better is one of the least volatile games in the poker room. Finally, Big O. 5 card, high-low. You can win with a high, you can win with a low. Ultimately, you're trying to win both and scoop the whole pot. As for betting structure, Big O can be played either pot limit style or limit. So hopefully that clears up how to play Omaha. There are lots of ways to play it, but those are the 3 big ones. Before you sign up for a game or sit down to play, it's always a good idea to verify how many cards you're going to get, what's going to be a winner, and how you can bet. And that is Omaha Poker. I hope you learned the basics of Omaha. If you have any questions though, leave a comment below. If you learned something or you got value out of this video, hit the like button. More Omaha videos are coming, so if you want to be notified of those, hit the subscribe button. And that's my time. Thanks for watching everybody, and good luck.